Okay, picking up where we left off. Now, it does say histogram using a regular frequency and a relative frequency. We can just do one for now. I already got you going on the other video, just doing the relative frequency. But here's why we need these class boundaries. This is a good example of why. Imagine if I ignored the boundaries and I just did 1 to 8. Well, then my next class would be, I guess, 8 to 16. And if somebody drove 8 miles, which bar would they be in? I don't have an answer to that. Okay. But over here, I do have an answer to that. 8 is clearly has to be in this bar from 0.85, I'm sorry, to 0.5 to 8.5. All right. So that's why we do the boundaries. So these borderline numbers like a 16, we know where it goes. 16 would go in this bar. Okay. All right. So this is also in the book. If this is not making sense to you, but here we go. Here's the relative frequency. Then you just match the heights, right? This was around 23 or 24% on our relative frequency. So we're just matching these heights with the bars. And if I were doing a regular histogram, which was frequency, I'd have the height of the counts, but the shape is going to look the same. Okay. All right. Pause if you need more time to do that. Here's the rest of it. All right, so what I recommend doing next is trying as much of this as you can. Okay, why don't you pause for a moment, at least try to get the class width on your own, and then check back in, because if the class width is wrong, everything else could be wrong. Okay, so try that first, and then I'll give you some feedback, and then I'll have you finish it up. Okay, I'm back. So the class width we learned on the previous page is range divided by number of classes. And they always tell you what the number of classes they want, 5. Okay, so we find the largest length of time on hold, which was 13, and the lowest. So my range is 12 minutes. Okay, divide it, and we round up to 3 for your class width. All right, and then they kind of got it going for us here, but then you're going to finish this. So on this frequency table, remember, a width of 3 means I need 3 digits. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, so add 3 to the 1 to get the beginning of the next class. 4 to 6, so 4, 5, and 6. And then keep going, okay? Now, they put a tally here just for like chicken scratches. So, for example, how many phone calls were between 1 and 3 minutes inclusive? So if we go up there and start crossing these off and counting, that's a spot for tally marks if you want it. You don't necessarily have to fill that in if you don't want to. Okay, so we get 3. Then go find the midpoint. Okay, the rest of the feedback's in the book on page 49 and 50. So I'm going to kind of wrap up this video. Why don't you try this and finish this example, and then you can stop there. You do not need to do the distribution shapes yet. Okay, we'll save that for next lesson. Stop at the guided exercise. All right, have a good day.